Hello everyone, this is Harshita Pishi here. Today I'm here to discuss with the KSLU syllabus of second sem. So we have various subjects. So I'm going to discuss the topics under it, and we are also going to learn as to what these topics will tell you. So the first thing is constitutional law 2. So this is one subject which is a very important subject. We had one in the first semester and its continuance is 2. So you have 5 units in it. The first unit will be the federal system. Okay, you have the relationship between the center and the state. That is, what is the relationship between legislature, financial and administration. Constitutional provisions of Jammu and Kashmir, that is the special status given to Jammu and Kashmir as of now, that is Article 370. And also you will have the president and governors powers and functions. What are the president's powers and what are the governor's powers? What is the president's functions and what are the governor's powers and functions? You have parliament and state legislature. Okay, after that you have speaker. Okay, that is in the parliament. We know that we have in the parliament there are two houses, that is Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. What is the role of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? What is the power of the speaker and what is anti-defection law? And what is the judicial power and what are the powers given to the judges. We also have various subordinate judiciary with administrative tribunals. And in the unit number 5 we have emergency, and we have different kinds of emergency. We have financial emergency and we have others. We have constitutional interpretation amendment, and we also have basic structure theory. So in contract number 2, that is this is contract 2 what you're going to learn in the second semester. In the first semester we had contract 1. Okay, so we have a contract of indemnity. So you will be learning who is an indemnity holder, what is the definition, okay, what is the powers and functions of an indemnity holder. Also you have bailment. Okay, contract of bailment, rights and duties of a bailer and bailee. And also you will have agency. Okay, so what is agency is when a principal and an agent is in a relationship or they are forming a contract with each other to make a business, that is said to be an agency. Okay, so we have kinds of agents, and also we will be learning with differences between agent and servant, and also what is the personal liability of agents and how you need to terminate. The next thing is Indian Partnership Act, which is a very important thing. So we know that two persons, two or more persons get into a contract, or they form an agreement to carry on business for profit or for loss. So we have the Indian Partnership Act. Okay, that is Indian Partnership Act 1932. And the relationship of one partner with another. We have types of partners. We know this: active partner, sleeping partner, dominant partner, all of these. I'll come with a separate video on that. And admission, retirement of partners, dissolution of firms and registration of firms. The last thing we'll be learning is Sale of Goods Act. Next we have is labor law. Okay, so now labor law is a very important subject, a very easy subject, but most of them don't clear it. This was started at the time when newly started at the time when I was writing my exams. So here we have in the first thing we have the historical aspects, master and state relationship. And then in the next thing we have Industrial Disputes Act with Voluntary Arbitration Act. Also we have law relating to regulation and lockouts, definition of regulation and lockouts, and strike and lockouts. With it we have Payment of Wages Act 1936. Okay, so Payment of Wages Act 1936 is there, with Factories Act 1948 with its definitions, and also the provisions relating to the Factories Act. The last fourth subject is property law. Now property law is it's main on Transfer of Property Act and all of that. So you have in the first chapter you will be learning that what is Transfer of Property Act, what is the concept of movable immovable property, and also the persons who are competent to transfer property, and how the transfer of property is there, what is a vested interest and what is in contingent interest. All this will be learning. And in the second chapter we have Doctrine of Election. And in the third chapter we have mortgages of immovable property, the definition of immovable property and the kinds of mortgages. And in the fourth chapter we'll have sale of immovable property and the rights of both the seller and the buyer. And in the fifth chapter you have law of trusts, Okay, you have bailment, you have agency, kinds of trusts, creation of trusts, rights and powers of trustees, and rights and liabilities of the beneficiary. The last thing is Muslim law. Now, Muslim law, the same thing has we learned in the Hindu law. That is, we had Hindu Marriage Act 1955. We had Hindu Succession Act 1956. All of these, the same, in a different way. We have in the Muslim law what is, the sources of Muslim law, or what are the classes of Muslim law, what is dower. Here in Muslim law there's a concept something called as dower. There is no dowry system. Dower is where a man himself gives dowry to his wife and he brings her. Okay, so that is the system in the Muslim law which is being followed. And what are the systems, which is taken for divorce, or what are the steps which is being taken for divorce, and effects of talaq and all of that. And the will which is there under the Muslim law, and gifts which are there under the Muslim law. What is the essential features of will, essential features of gift. Okay, mutawali, an appointment, all of these. And in unit number 4 we have two kinds of schools, which is Shia and Sunni. And also we have the distribution of property under Indian Succession Act. Then we have in the unit number 5 wills, and also we have privileged and unprivileged wills. Okay, powers and duties of family courts, the constitution and functions, and the need for uniform civil code. So uniform civil code is like, the rules and regulations are same irrespective of your caste and religion. So that is one thing. And Kannada for the people who are writing in English. So if you're writing your paper in English, you have a paper to be written in Kannada. So this completes your second semester syllabus. There is an online class which I am going to begin every weekend. So if you guys want to join these online classes, you can I will put down my number. You can contact me, and then maybe the online classes can be conducted. So if you like this video, please to press the like button, and please to subscribe to my channel. Please to share, and I will be coming up with another video which is Indian Partnership Act immediately after this. So I will be in detail discussing what is Indian Partnership Act, what are the kinds of partners, what are the features of a partnership act. So if you like this video, please to press the like button, and please to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.